explain to you some of those things. Sisi wote, why we are losing even respect, ni kitu kidogo. Kufanya mambo ya succession, you are taking money from the bigger family, facilitate certain defilement cases, you are colluding with the criminal to discourage witnesses, harassing them. Maybe you chiefs as hapo, polisi mwenye alikuwa investigator, you are colluding to do those things. Ukiwa barabara, wewe unachukua kitu kidogo. Na siyasema, I've been using the example of traffic. Traffic is because it's just most talked. Lakini corruption is permeated everywhere. And it's important for all of us to face it as it is. Yes, it is okay, Bwana Base Commander kusema, hata wananchi wanalete tu. Kwanza, there is a Base Commander yesterday who told us in Omabay, hata hatuchukwaki. Hawa watu wanatupa tu, tunaongota kwa jina sema kuna pesa hapa. Hadi pesa imeangusha hapa ni ya nini? Hadi wakati bado unatafuta mwenyewe unaweka mfuko, mwingine anatupa tena unachukua. So, we are looking for all excuses to run away from corruption. Please, let's face it. If we don't deal with corruption, it will wind up our system. And the best way to deal with corruption is Jukwaa la Usalama mashinani. To have accountability mechanisms that go to the local level. At least, like someone proposed, maybe quarterly, twice in a quarter, or once in a 2 months, mkuwe na baraza ya kujiuliza kwa division. OCS wako hapo, chiefs wako hapo, na wananchi wako. Nasema, how can we make our location or division better? Hapo ndio mtaambiwa mwache hongo, mfanye nini, there will be more accountability. One of the reasons why I'm talking mkutano is because unajua usitaki kutolewa gia hapa mbele ya wananchi. There is need for level of accountability. That's why the Constitution talks about civilian authority. The civilian authority are the people you elected to be in office. So it is the wananchi themselves that should get feedback from the work we are doing. If we do so, hatutakuwa na hii fight ya kusema police na wananchi wanakosana. Hata wale wanachoma police station, wananchi wenyewe watadefend police station because they will say this is our police station. Tumekubaliana jamani? There are certain things you have raised that are related to this county before I come to your welfare. Number one, ni kitu ya shida ya baharini. We were told in Siaya, we were told in Migori, shida nyeko huko Muru Bay, that's the only place we have a border patrol unit. On that side, tumeambiwa kijana kwa Homa Bay, and I'm sure Kisumu also the same issues will be raised. We are cognizant of this fact, and for the BMUs who are here, Kwamba, we are a bit weaker in terms of our numbers. And so we have a plan to increase the border patrol units along the lake.
When the sender does not hold, things will fall apart. I'm just asking the security agencies, let us not let the sender fall apart. Because when the sender falls apart, the security will be in chaos. The wananchi will not be safe anymore. And it's us now that we have to bring discipline and order in the wananchi that prevails all times, always. We have to ensure we go with the community policy, we partner with the community for their own safety. When a man brings home firewood invested with arms, he should not be surprised when he is visited by, or when lizards pay this to him. Reasons, they are looking for the arms that are invested in the firewood. This one is just a calling for us that the security proverb warns us that those not sensitive with the security, early warnings, if you harbor the criminal as the community, at the end of the day, crime will thrive. And when crime thrives, that will be the end of some orderliness in that area.
Lazima tukae kama viongozi na tuyajali hali ya mahitaji ya wananchi. Lazima tuzidi kuwa na ushirikiano baina ya serikali kuu na serikali gatuzi, na tutafanya kazi pamoja. Na safari hiyo ni moja, ni vile katiba imeeleza kwamba there is only one government, indivisible government, but we have levels of government. We need police officers who understand the Bill of Rights and can apply them even as they work with the government, so that we have true protectors of the Bill of Rights within government.
The matters like security. I think we've not taken, or the government has not taken time to understand what the problem there. The problem that we have in the lake may not just be placing these units that we are requesting. Units may be good, may be temporary, but you need to understand that economy. Where the problem is fish. Fish is born in Kenya, and fish goes to Uganda. Fishermen must follow it. It's as simple as that. So it's a bit more complex that when you want to look at it in terms of security alone, there may be more things that you may need to look at. So I request that if you can have a little bit more time, get a small group of people, including myself, those of us who are born and bred there, we'll isolate some of the critical things that we have there. They may not just be issues of security units. The image of the police, the image. I don't know, but if this example I want to bring out can help. The new unit, the new sub-county unit that was created, an AP commandant is posted. And then I think in the process, when it's to get new or additional officers, the request is made from different bases and units or different stations. When those stations are releasing one or two of their staff, they release the worst. They release the worst. So, and that station, where they were headed, or where they were coming to, is basically 800 meters away from my home. All the first 5 officers that got there, the same day, all of them were drunk, all of them didn't know where they were, all of them were running around in the village looking for food, they didn't have anything to eat. Imagine your officers running around in the villages of people that they have never met before, looking for food. And then they were drinking all manner of things that they found there. The following day, what the villagers were saying, is this the meaning of the new sub-county? So if you want to get those who are making the image of the police look the way it sometimes appears, get all the stations of the bases. Tell them to isolate for you the people that you give a different assignment. They release for you the worst. And the worst is exactly what the public is seeing as the image of the police. It will help a great deal. The second one, which again is an observation, is you mentioned, you alluded to it. For the period that I've been a member of parliament, I've worked with 13 DCCs. 13 in 13 years. So meaning that an average of 1 per year. Yet there are those that have been there for 3-4 years. So you can imagine, there was a year that I think I worked with 5 different DCCs. So if you are with DCC like that, how will they settle down to work? That's a big problem. Then, in the same way, I've also worked with close to 7 OCPDs in the same period. Most of these, every single time they come in, they are given. Because we know who the criminals that are there. We know the thugs that are there. And see, this is a problem that when we allow it to grow for a while, it becomes these big gangs that we are talking about. They start in a very small manner. And they start particularly in these small towns of ours. They are there. Whether they are for hire or forever, they are thugs. They are goons. They are bad people. And we know them. People know them. This list, the names are given. Sometimes the beginning of when we have new officers. OCPD, DCIO, our DCs, we give these names. But if you followed the list that was given for the first time that I was there, the first 10 people, I don't think 8 have been arrested. They keep doing the same things, they're the same thugs. When we are talking about stealing of lorries, they are the ones who are mentioned. Talking about stealing of cars across the country up to Busia, they're the ones who are mentioned. Stealing shops and all this guys, they are the ones who are mentioned, but they are still there. And they are known what we do. So that's something that I thought is important that you get have. Because it's like there's a problem somewhere, where even those who are arrested in one day, the second day they are released, the third day, minus any charges. And I think it's growing. And if you allow it to grow the way it's going, we get into the thugs, like now the regional commissioners are fighting within Kisumu. The very final one is another experience again, is in terms of the police and the chiefs. You've mentioned it, let me not go to it so much. But there is a big issue. Then there's a big issue, the criminal justice system, in terms of how ODPP and all these things. There are things that when we have time, I want to believe, particularly when we meet with the members of parliament, we can help you isolate them. I sympathize with you, CS. You are the CS that has to be in parliament almost every week to answer this kind of questions.